For all my JJK fans, this is a moment that needs no introduction. Sukuna casting the flame arrow to essentially set off a nuke in Shibuya to take out Mahoraga. Well, recently in the manga, we found out exactly what's happening here. So for my anime onlys, this is spoilery, but only insofar as explaining the mechanics of what's happening. We won't get into any actual story spoilers, but if you want to know the lowdown, let's get into it. So to put it simply, what Sukuna has done here is combined the effects of his fire arrow with his previously cast domain expansion to create a thermobaric or vacuum bomb that annihilates everything within the range of his domain. Now, not to get too in the weeds here, but in case you aren't familiar with the term thermobaric, it's derived from the Greek words for heat and pressure, and I'm sure you can see where this is going. And up above me here is a very simple infographic about how this works. So, you have an explosive munition, or the fuel for this explosion, which is typically some dust particles, or it can be gas, sometimes it can be liquid, and essentially you have that in the atmosphere, and then you light that to cause a really bad time. Now, I also mentioned that this was called a vacuum, and that's because this type of explosive is far more effective in an enclosed space, such as a tunnel, a building, or, I don't know, domain expansion. So the reason the fire arrow and the domain are such a deadly combination is twofold. And the first is what I was just talking about. Sukuna uses his domain expansion to create a hermetically sealed area from which nothing can escape. This creates the perfect conditions for a thermobaric explosion. And the second is that everything in Sukuna's domain expansion that just got reduced to rubble by cleave and dismantle has left behind this dust, these particles, this debris that has been infused with Sukuna's cursed energy, which has an explosive property to it. So that presents Sukuna with a vacuum sealed area that is completely saturated and imbued with explosive dust. All he needs to do is set it aflame. Once he does, this sets off a chain reaction that fills the entire domain with an insane level of heat and compression that no living thing can escape from. Turns out there's a reason they refer to this man as a natural calamity. That attack is no joke. But that's where we're going to leave it for this one. I don't want to get too into the spoilers, but if you're curious for more of the nuance and binding vows at play with that attack, check out a video I released a few days back. But thank you guys so much for watching.